Okay, hello and welcome. We're here for another live stream. Today I'm joined by Mairead. Let's bring Mairead in. Hey, Mairead.
Hi, Robin. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for joining. We're going to go through a couple of the new features that we've released on D4H to the end of March and the start of April. Maybe you could run over those for us, what we're going to cover.
Yeah, sure. So we've a couple of different features that have been released recently. So in incident management, you're now able to share updates by email. So previously you were only able to print those to PDF, but you can now filter updates by custom date ranges, filter based on specific terms, and share that by email.
The update to the log, right? So people, as they're keeping that chronological log of what's happening on an incident, decisions made, actions made, that's filterable and shareable. Excellent.
Correct. Yeah. And any attachments that are added to any of the log posts, links are included in the email as well. So it's all shareable, which is great.
We'll bring all of these up on screen. We're just going to run through them now in case people think we're rushing through. We'll go through all on screen, but we'll let some people join first.
Yeah, we'll just briefly explain what we will be showing. The other thing in incident management then is the map. So we've added 2 additional colors to the palette for your map annotations. So you can now choose to add a map note with a color of white or yellow, whereas previously those were not available.
Excellent.
Then moving on to personnel and training. We have added a couple of new columns to the attendance report. So for your absent hours reporting, it gives a little bit more information for you there. We've added the total absent duration and the percentage duration attended as well. And you can download that as a spreadsheet, save it as a custom report, and get a PDF as well if you need to.
Excellent.
And then finally, in our equipment management, we will run through the equipment expiry report, which we went through on the last live stream, which was available at the team level, but we've now also made it available at the organization level. And then across both of our personnel and training and equipment management apps, Robin is going to be talking a little bit about the RFID scanning that's going to be available.
Yep, I'll demo my phone and we'll show. So we've got some RFID tags as a demonstration of what we can do. I think that'll be great. So it's 9 a.m. Pacific time zone. It's midday Eastern. It's 5 p.m. here in Ireland. 4 a.m. New Zealand, 2 a.m. Sydney. We're recording it for you. You can watch it back. Let's start bringing. I see a good gathering of people. Come on. So let's start bringing up the screen. What should we start with? Incident management, I guess.
Yeah, I think go for incident management. Be a good one to start with.
Okay, so let's bring up my screen. Should get to see that here, and we'll try and make it as big as we can for everyone. How's that?
Perfect.
Okay, brilliant.
Great. So I think if we first run through the updates, which is your chronological log.
Yeah.
So you can see it there on the dashboard. Robin is just scrolling through it. And if you click on updates then to get the full view, so this is your full log for your incident.
You can see me doing updates here as well.
Yeah, great. And you can see there's a couple of previous updates in there as well. So you'll be able to filter this updates module based on date ranges or personnel. So up in the top right, we now have this more advanced filter function. So if you click on that there, Robin, so you see there's a couple of built-in ones that you can choose from, such as if you want to filter to an hour ago or 12 hours ago, for example, it will basically filter the log to just those log posts within the last 12 hours or 24 hours. Beginning is everything. Yeah. And you can also do custom filters if you click on the custom one there. So if you only wanted the updates to, let's say, 10 p.m. last night or 10 a.m. yesterday.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
We go from the beginning until last night. There we go.
Yeah. Great. And you can also filter by tag there. So if it's a particular module or item.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I have anything. Oh, I do. Let's see. So we could pull out. Let's go everything from the beginning, and anything related to the highway number 3. So anything from beginning to now related to highway number 3, go. That's the only update we have. Let's put another update in there. So that's a lifeline. Highway 3 reopening shortly. Yeah, so you can see everything tagged highway 3. That's cool. That's really nice. The keyword search here is useful too, I think, isn't it? People can, let me search the word damage.
Yep, so you can search for keywords, or you can search by name, even if you wanted to filter to all log posts by yourself, Robin. If you put in your name there, it would filter to just yours.
Yeah, that's cool. Anytime I'm mentioned as well, anything related to me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so to share.
So if I wanted to, I guess here's a use case is maybe every hour they send updates out of what's happened in the last hour, and they want to push those list of updates out to people. Or maybe it's the last. We'll do 24 hours here, maybe, but for this, so we'll filter to that. And then how do I share?
So to share what's filtered on the screen, if you click on those 3 dots next to the filter box and then share by email.
Oh, that's cool.
And that will give you a list of your personnel. And you can mark off the individuals that you want to send it to, or you can just click that box at the top to send it to everyone.
Very nice. I'll see if I can pull up my actual email here and show people what arrived. It may not let me take a screenshot of the message because I think that'll work. There we go.
Yeah, you can see that.
So that's really nice. That's I've just got the updates in the last 24 hours come in by my email, an incident called weather. So I can imagine a EOC or any incident management team sort of getting into a cycle of where every 12 hours or 24 hours they want to manually push out any updates.
Yeah, it's really useful being able to filter and share by email there.
I see as well as that printed PDF. I assume that'll take on the filter properties too.
Yes, it should do. So yeah, you can have the PDF printed off or download it and save it to your PC. But it's obviously much easier to just share by email directly rather than attaching it as a PDF.
Excellent. So we're this is live. If people have questions, you can answer. We're going out over YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter Periscope. Well, of course, you can be watching this back later, but if you're watching us live, you can ask questions. So if you have any queries, do ask them. Put them in the comment box there. I can see lots of people watching across all those platforms. So do ask anything that you've got any questions about. What's next?
So the next feature in our incident management product is the colors on the map, Robin. So if you just want to go to the map there.
Brilliant.
And so if you want to mark out an area on your map, or you want to add a pin to mark out a specific location, you'll be able to, there's more choice now with the colors that you can give it. So if you want to just mark out any area there, Robin, or even just pin a location to the map.
Okay, so if I draw a polygon,
yeah,
let me jump to imagery, and then I'll actually draw on we'll say this property here.
Mm-hmm. So you can see that white and yellow, those two colors were not previously available to choose. So I know that
Excellent.
some customers need that for specific reporting, I think.
Yeah, that's for like some sort of status level, isn't it? There's a set of colors that are very specific to some users where they need yellow to identify something.
Correct. So those colors are also available in the incident level or incident status on your sitrep. You can now mark it, have it as white or yellow. They're also available for status boards as well. So
the default color.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's the default color of a status board. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it would override any of other coding you had for the status board. If you chose it to be yellow, all items would be yellow there.
That's really nice. Great. So more colors on the color palette.
Yep.
Okay, what's up next?
Great. So that's us done with incident management. If you want to move over to personnel and training now.
Okay. So I've got this demo account we can get people to have a look at.
Yeah, great. So it's just the absent hours reporting. So if you go to intelligence and reports, here you'll be able to create a custom report. So it'll be attendance from the drop-down menu. Yeah, and you'll see you have all of those other filterable options as well. So you've got the new columns there. You've got the absent, so showing how many activities someone was absent for. You'll still have the total hours of their attendance, but you've got the overall percentage attendance column now as well.
Here we go. Actually, I'm able to bring that up, I think.
Great.
So we added these durations, I believe, so people can do better calculation.
Correct, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that report's filterable. When I did that query, I just created the default piece, but this is all filterable. Yeah,
exactly. So you can customize it to your needs. And of course, you can save that custom report then as well. And you get a PDF once you have it saved. You'll always be able to get the spreadsheet in PDF once you save the custom report.
Yep. So I'll just show where it'll be here on the right on my list of reports I've saved. Attendance at full team exercises. And there's that same spreadsheet and also the PDF view of this. So saving it saves all my filters, just if that's not clear to people.
Yeah, exactly. And with the absent hours, so we've also included it for the individual member reports so that it shows activities where members were absent, whereas previously it only showed activities where they actually attended. So to view that, if you go to planning and members, And then open up any member's profile.
Oh
We'll just
yeah, I
take a
do
look at
remember
one of them.
this.
And then it's that gray button, view all attendance. And again, you can filter this screen to a specific date range. You can filter by tags, filter by role.
So we're now showing, was it absent activities
So absent,
we're showing?
yeah, they were showing up on the list here, but they weren't included in the spreadsheet that you could download,
In this
whereas they now are. Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Let's have a look at that. So I'm just taking the spreadsheet here and I'm putting it on screen just for the sake of this. But no, you'll get this in a format that you can open in Excel or whatever spreadsheet software you use. So now we have the, here's that kind of data that we weren't putting out, where they were absent for a period of time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really useful.
Great. Are we on to my favorite, the NFC RFID scanning?
Yes, I think that's the next topic we can go through. So
this is, we'll show you equipment management is ready to go live. We've been working on this for quite a while now. And the equipment management app, actually, if it is not already in the App Store released, it will be right after this call. You'll be able to download the latest version, and it includes NFC scanning. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means that you can have a chip in a tag. So, and these, ignore the fact that these have QR codes written on them, but inside these stickers is a little chip. And it's the same as if you're familiar with contactless payment. You're able to bring your phone nearby the item of equipment and quite close, but not touch, like you're paying with your phone, tapping your phone. And it'll actually pick up the tag rather than having to scan visually with a camera. So we'll show you the equipment management piece. We're going to release that. We'll do that as we move to that product and we go through the changes there. While we're in personnel training, I'm going to show you what's coming in personnel training very, very soon. So we're working on being able to add an ID tag. You can see, we've talked about this on live streams before, and you can see I've got one added to this member. So I'll show you how this works in the phone app now. But this tag, you can ignore what these random codes are, but this tag is associated with this member, Alfredo. And Alfredo will wear a little sticker, and little sticker that we'll provide you, and he'll stick that to his helmet or to his ID card. So maybe it's an ID card like this, okay, and the sticker, team ID card, and the sticker is on it. Well, what I can do from here is I can scan that. So let me open my phone. Now, you're going to be able to see my phone and the camera. So let's jump over to that. So I need to share my phone. Okay, and let's get this as big as we can. I think we'll need to go here. Okay, so the phone's not huge, but I think you get the idea of this. So here's my phone. I press the bottom right corner, ready to scan. So here's my ID card, and now I just tap the back of the phone with the ID card, and it brings up the member I'm looking at. Why is this cool? Because you can straight away click in to view their qualifications. What are they qualified in? Now, this guy is my demo guy. He's everything expired, right? You should see all green check marks, and you're going to know. You're going to know immediately. So this is super cool. You know, you just press scan, and you can see here. There's an ID card. This could be on my helmet. This sticker. I can just tap a member, and straight away it brings up their profile. I can see their qualifications, groups that they're in, and their schedule, upcoming schedule. Okay, what they have on. Or you can press view member here to see their whole profile if you have permission. to see all this details. Okay, everything down to their training and certificates, and everything just by tapping their card or their helmet. So this is really nice. Let me see if I've got this member set up. I'll just try a different one. There's another guy. Okay, so super easy. You just tap like you're paying, and it picks up the tag. Right, really nice. It's super fast. How is this going to roll out? Well, what's going to happen is we're going to bring this to, we're going to launch it in equipment management first, so you can put these stickers on or NFC tags, RFID on your equipment, because people have that, a lot of that in place already. And then after that, we're going to be releasing the personal training app version I've just been demoing to you. And on that, with that, we'll be able to provide you RFID or NFC stickers to put on. There's a question in here from Thomas. What's the lifespan? Yeah, interesting. So I've put this to the manufacturer we're working with on this. What is the lifespan? Because I've seen that they can basically degrade over time. There's two types of stickers. One is an active RFID tag and one is a passive. NFC is passive, which means that there's no battery in these. Okay, these stickers are just a little chip that the power is, that's why you have to get your phone really close, because the power to sense it is coming from my phone. With an active one, the little chip will have a battery in it and it will expire. You'll have to replace the tag because they're sealed. They run out of battery. But you can get them from a much greater distance. Okay, so these don't expire. They may have a certain maximum number of scans, but it is in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands where our vendor is not concerned at all that we're going to be hitting that. And they're not expensive, so you can peel them off. Another question in here from Michael. Sorry, I've clicked the wrong one. How much do these tags typically cost? I'm not sure if there's a typical, because it's all about how many you order at once and if they're encoded with certain numbers or not. But I would expect that you can, they're $1 or less, certainly. So we hope to be doing them for a lot less than that. And we'll probably supply some out to some people who are in our test groups anyway. But they're not that expensive. Certainly, you can definitely get them for $1 or less, and then they'll last for a long time. So we will be putting together a full package on that. You'll be able to pick up sort of the stickers for your helmet or ID card from us, and we'll ship them out to you, and they'll all be working and compatible with a pretty much unlimited lifetime. Okay. It's a really nice feature. We'll show you the equipment one. It's very similar, but how it works in a minute. Is that our cue to jump to equipment management?
Yes, sounds great. So if you want to open up the organization test account that we have, Robin, we'll take a look at that equipment expiry report. So yeah, we went through it before, but it was only available at the team level, but it is now available at the organization level as well. So again, Perfect. It's in your custom reports. So if you want to go to intelligence and reports.
Yes.
And create new report from here.
Create new report, got it.
Mm-hmm. And then you would be choosing equipment items from the drop-down. So you can put in, filter the expiry date there. If you want to run a report to see any equipment that is expiring in the coming weeks, you would be able to do that. And you can download it as a spreadsheet It's really good for probably preparing for your budgets and things like that. Yeah, that looks great. So you'll see that you can filter by kind as well. If you just want to look at a specific kind of equipment, that can be quite useful.
So yeah, so I could see, show me all of my medical equipment, for example. That's really useful. Run report. There's everything medical. Or just specific. So show me when all my splints reach end of life.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can be really specific with it.
And that's across every team, right? So I think so this organization, so these are all in the same team by chance. But this, maybe if I go out wider, they're all in this in the demo team. But these could all be different accounts. So I'm looking across the entire organization. It could be 100 teams. I'm looking into 100 stations.
Yeah, that's correct. So it's really useful to get an overview of all your team's equipment and when they're coming up to their expiry date, and preparing for budgets, so on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess a common thing that would come up is something like, well, we're going to do a grant or some sort of project around maybe all our communications equipment or all our PPE. Let's pick PPE. And I could say, I want every location. I want to show me everything that is currently lost, unserviceable, whatever it is. But our grant is going to focus on everything expiring before the 1st of January 2022. And I can just run that and look, nothing. we'll go 2025. It's because it's PPE. Let me just do everything though. So we could look in here and see everything expiring before, and you have thousands of items far enough in date.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really useful. And the other thing there as well, if you click in after expiry is, so you see where it says before.
Yeah.
We've given the option there so that you can choose any from that drop down. And what that does is it allows you to export a report of all your equipment. So not just items that are expiring. So at this organization level, it will give you a report of all equipment items in all teams. And that is also available at the team level. So you can see all of your equipment within your team account.
Excellent. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So there's a full export there of all equipment.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the pieces, I guess, use cases people come in to this sort of query. What they're looking at is replacing equipment, and replacing equipment comes with a cost. And so you can see here there is a cost column, but you can download the spreadsheet here. And of course, you can take that in then to Excel or whatever you want to do your sort of work in. And you'll see that when you pull this into Excel, not only have we got everything here, all the details, but you can see quantities remaining and the value. And so that's going to help you, alongside that date, that expiry date, help you do a budget of what needs replacing. So you need to be an Excel master with your columns to do that in formulas, but you're able to really output a good report and charts and anything else you want. Okay. I think what's left, the NFC for equipment?
Yes, yeah. And then after that, Robin, I think we were going to talk a little bit about the integration. So we can go through that after.
Okay, perfect. Well, I've got Incident Management still open. So I'm going to jump back to my phone again. This is what we're going to show next is the equipment. Let's go share screen. I'll bring up my phone. So this is our equipment management app. And just like you saw there, the personnel training app we're bringing out, it's very similar. And the idea, it's purposefully similar. So there's no learning curve. If I know I want to scan an RFID, I just hit in the bottom corner here, scan. So what we've added new to both apps, and this app will be in the App Store right after this show. So there's no waiting around for it. You're looking for version 1.4.3. You can see it there in the bottom menu. Sorry, have I not turned this on yet?
No, sorry.
My bad. Okay, so sorry, I'm back in the equipment app here. You'll be familiar with it. What I'm going to do is open the menu, and you can see 1.4.3 down the bottom. That's the latest version. When you see that in the App Store, it has the NFC RFID scanning, and you can test it out if you want. So in settings, how you activate it is you can now choose how you scan. Okay, so I can say I'm going to scan with a camera or with a barcode, and you're familiar with this. Then I can open up the camera on the phone and just scan a QR code. Okay, so that's the QR code scanning, and we have that kind of at the moment, barcode or QR code. I go into settings. I'll go back to contactless. If I pick external Bluetooth device, I can actually take an external scanner like this and use it as the barcode or QR code scanner or NFC scanner attached to my phone. And why would you do that? Well, these have really good reading in low light and stuff like that. They can be quicker. So you can do that. Or some people have pens. So there's like, nice NFC pens you can buy, Bluetooth connect them to your phone, and then you kind of rub over the chip with the wand or pen. So you don't have to use the built-in scanner on your phone, or maybe your phone doesn't have the scanner. So I'm going to pick contactless NFC. Hit OK. And now instead of a QR code in the bottom corner, I have that scan button. So let's say we're a helicopter operator, and I want to do the inspection, my daily check on my helicopter, and we've a fleet of them. And I walk out to the helicopter, I hit scan, and beside the console in the helicopter, or on beside the door, inside the door, wherever you want to have it inside the cabin, there's a NFC tag, and I just bring my phone near it, and it opens up the aircraft I'm on. And so straight away, I can see everything about it's good in terms of my rear crew. We're not suggesting this is for the pilot before he flies. Okay, that's a whole separate flight maintenance system. But this would be all of the response crew. So winch, stretcher, emergency equipment, everything that happens in the back of the helicopter. Okay, so or an air ambulance, right? So I can now change the status. I can move an object. I could move the helicopter to a different base. I can just hit move and say where it's going to move to. And it'll update the helicopter and all of its contents to the new base. And now we see where all of our life packs are everywhere across all our bases instantly. I can see the contents. We have nothing in this one. I can see any repairs or work needed in it. And I can see any inspections due in it. Alternatively, I might hit scan and walk over to a cart or a bag or a pack and bring my phone near that. And it reads the tag and it opens that up. And again, you kind of get the idea here. I can see there's actually an inspection needed on this. Due July, burn cart check. Okay, and I can actually go through with my inspection here. Okay, let's sign that off so we know it's all good and done. Okay. Let's open that again. Excellent. So view item, and we'll get all the info, where it is, everything about it. Okay. What do you think of that, Mairead?
Yeah, it's really useful. I think a lot of people are going to be really happy with this feature.
Actually, while I see it here, that we've a client who runs air ambulances and helicopters who are looking to hide this recently viewed bit, I think, too.
Yes,
I think
they were.
So, or maybe they're fixed wing, but they'd like this collapsed down by default, so that's coming too. You'll be able to expand it if you do want to see it. I think that's in the next release. I love this NFC piece. It's just so simple to do. All I'm doing is touching off an NFC sticker that you can put on anything. As I said, ID cards, helmets, anything else. We're still here and happy to take questions about any of this. We're going to move on, I think, unless a question comes up. what we're going to look at the sync.
Yes. So we'll be getting a couple of more requests, I think, for looking at the integration between incident management and our incident reporting product, so that it's a bit more automatic, I suppose, and you've less duplication of data when you get to your incident reporting account, and you're going through and filling out the incident report. A lot of the data is already there in your incident management channel. You have it open. At the moment, it's all attached as PDF based on what you've selected in the admin area and the export settings. But we're looking at getting that more automatic with some fields populating for you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess it's, and it probably a lot of it comes from our control room piece of users who are working there, but they want this sit rep to automatically push across. We better introduce the other product, I guess, to make that clear.
Yes, it'd be good to take a look at incident reporting, see what it looks like in there.
So I guess I'll explain the flow. What would happen is you're sitting out here and you get a new incident. You deal with the incident in incident management, and then you get the option when you want to shut something down. You get the option if you like to just download a zip file. It'll include all of your data, whether you want to just delete it, your training, or if you want to create a new incident across in our incident reporting tool. And so it can automatically do one of these things when you finish an incident. And so we're pushing it across into just to show you our incident reporting tool. This is where all of the metrics would happen around what happened in the past, analytics. And so your incident kind of joins up with all of this. So sorry, Mairead, back over to you. We're talking about pulling in all of that data into here automatically from the server.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got in the control room on your situation form, you've got all of the main information relating to the incident. So if you want to open one up there.
I'm just looking at, we'll go to the same weather one.
Perfect. Great. So things like the event name, the start date, things like that should pull over the location.
And they'd automatically fill in here.
Correct, exactly. Yeah.
So you'll be able,
obviously. Sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry. Because everyone's situation report is so customizable, it is a lot of work, but I think we're just going to take a look at being able to automatically pull that information from the fields you have on your situation form, and it will populate the fields then in your incident reporting account, because they should really match up anyway.
Exactly. So if you have number of fatalities on this form, well, over here, if you have a field, and you can remember, you can build any field you'd like. Actually, we'll show it. So in settings, custom fields, where are we? Custom fields incidents. I'm going to add a new field called number of fatalities. Fatalities, and where we had that in life safety. You'll be able to match these up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a case of having any of your custom fields in incident management created as custom fields in your incident reporting account if they're not any of the built-in fields between the two products.
So this would automatically fill in with the info from here. So at the end of the incident, if this said 3 people, will automatically, you won't have to do it manually, fill in all of your custom fields. So it'll match across.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll pull through like the weather information. You'll have your, on the attendance then we'll have the personnel that were at the incident, their check-in, check-out time.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's go down. They're still all unconfirmed. Yeah, so it'll match the people across and everything. No, it's really nice. That's coming shortly. It's already, work has started on it. And we expect that the minute you hit shutdown here on an incident, so this one's wrapped up. When I hit archive, it'll head off over to the incident reporting product. And the reason you want it there is because you get all of these metrics, you get all these charts, you get all this reporting. When, what, why are my incidents occurring?
Yeah.
Huge amount of analytics.
Yeah, and the tags is really useful there because you can add any tags at all that you want. It really kind of opens up the reporting for you there, so it's really useful.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of questions have come in. So let's start with John. Are there any options to include inspection instructions, e.g. integrity of valve for? Yes, absolutely. So I'll show you them in the mobile app. Let me find one that's a good example. Okay, so I'm just going to bring back that screen. So I've got an inspection open here. Okay, and you can see at the top step 1. So that could say check integrity of valve. Step 2, whatever you'd like. Okay, and so they can go through and work through those instructions and then give it a final option with comment. And then there's another question here. Michael, are the inspections able to be reported, like whether or not the inspections were completed over a 6-month duration? So reporting. So the reporting is gonna, first off, you can see all the times I've done. So when I scan an item, let me go back here. I'll press scan again. I can either search for, I don't have to use a scan. I'm going to bring up that burn card. When I jump into the one inspection we have running here, and I click in, here I can see all the previous times I've done it. So, but if you wanted to do sort of a large report, you'd be doing this in the main web application. So we'll jump back to that as a final piece. Here it is. Intelligence. I'm in the right account. Intelligence and reports. And I create a new report. And I believe inspections are here. So inspection result report. So I want everything that was completed in the last 6 months, was your example. Run report. And there's every inspection done. And I can download all this data as a spreadsheet, no problem. Who, when, what the comment was, what the inspection, what the check was. Okay. But the software is alerting you on the dashboard to anything due. And also, if you go into the inspections here, I have to do my go bag check. I have to do my dive suit. 10 of 11 dive suits need inspecting. Okay, we're doing this every 3. So you'll always have good views, and you can always download good sort of sheets out of this of what needs to be done next due. Okay, here's one with the steps. I hope that helps. I can see John certainly saying this was useful. Mairead, have we anything else to show? I think we're wrapping it up pretty soon.
Yeah, that kind of covers off everything we had to go through today. So I think we're good to wrap it up unless there's any other questions from anyone watching.
No, we're getting some good feedback. And I'll say I'll pass on from myself and everyone watching. Good luck to Mairead at her wedding coming up on Friday. So the big day approaches.
Yes, I know. The real countdown is on now.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for coming on today, Mairead. So close to your wedding.
No problem.
And I'm sure this has been useful for everyone. The recording of this, we probably won't put out a podcast because it's very visual, this. But we do have a podcast available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. You're able to get on that, and you'll be able to download subscribe to our podcast and listen to interviews we do with different teams. If you would like to be interviewed on the live stream, we'd love to talk to you about what you do. We talk about your equipment you have. We talk about the training you do for your equipment. We talk about how you are ready to respond and how you respond, the types of incidents. We kind of it's a bit of a nerd out on response and what you do. And it's fun to talk to people in all of the different disciplines because there's so many people we get to work with, from aviation through to, I can see Tom there putting a comment in, who's in EOD explosives. So you get everything and all types. And it's really interesting to listen to that podcast and hear the different preparations and responses that people all over the world do differently. Next Tuesday, or let me check the day, we do have a live stream booked in for next Tuesday at a similar time, at the same time actually. We're talking to Casey from Lincoln County Emergency Management. And that's going to be the same thing. What do they deal with in Maine in terms of emergency response, how they respond? I think we're going to go into their comm center, so how they build a comm center and have the all the local sort of municipality pieces and utilities and everyone else reporting into the comm center. So that'll be the discussion. So listen, that's great. Thank you again, Mairead. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, Robin. Yeah, it was good.
We'll catch up with everyone next Tuesday for the next in the live stream. Bye-bye.